Yeah, I hear me. We're fine. We're fine.
Mm.
Am I good to hit live?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, hitting it now.
Oh.
Hey, everybody.
He's Captain Foley.
I am Captain Foley, and he is Commander Cockings.
Just the way you said that was very like.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Dr. Nick.
Yes. You know, even though that joke is still relevant, I bet Dr. Nick like left The Simpsons like 19 years ago.
Probably.
You know what I mean? It's like because he was not in it for very long.
Yeah.
Oh god, that is a loud ad. Yes, type in the comments if you get the Dr. Nick joke, which everybody should.
I would hope everybody would.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of you turned out yesterday for discussing it as a general topic. So the force is strong with discovery. Cool. You know, we want positive. You know, we want lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about the next episode. And as confusing as this thumbnail is, it's the most enticing part of the trailer, even though it's weirdly when you know these trailers aren't meant to be frame by frame stopped. Like really, like when you click on like when you stop, it's like he's out of focus. He's like they're doing stuff to it as well. You know, you don't notice it on the first half watch, but when you actually watch it, it's like what? There's a lot of very small things in this trailer that I want to talk about. Yes.
So I probably don't have all the screen caps, is what you're saying, because I didn't go through frame by frame.
Only like 2 or 3.
Gotcha.
With then other ones I saw, yeah. There's a couple of frame by frame moments, which is funny. You know, it is odd though, Stuart. I don't know about you, but we're like a day and a half away from knowing the answer. We're debating it. It's like a day and a half, like 48 hours. We'll know. It's a funny thing to be doing, but it's fun. It's good. I like being right and wrong.
Yes. I like what we can come up with, and just doing a brainstorming session. So.
Oh, I think with Lower Decks, because by the end of it, we understood his brain and the team's brain, so we could very much more guess where they would go. Discovery, who the hell knows? I mean, we're very early on, but you really can't guess. It's quite random and you know, out of left field some of it.
Yeah. Devo77X, I agree. Says it reminds me of Black Manta from Aquaman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's cool looking though, gotta say.
It is.
I approve.
Are you a fan?
Yes.
Cool. Well, I will start sharing to our other
Please do.
fans. Maybe, hopefully. We'll see.
Yes.
And hopefully when I get back, there'll be 58 likes, 60 likes, and 150 people watching. I'm gonna go big. I'll see him up.
Well, there you go. He's spoken, guys. So hit that like button if you haven't already, and by all means, if you guys want to super chat to support the channel and get your comment or question read out by us and talked about, you can do so. Just hit that little $ icon there, and put whatever you want in there. You can also help us out via PayPal. If you do send a PayPal, just make sure you let us know in the chat so that we can go check the email and read your comment or question that way as well. That's another great way to support us. Also, joining the channel, there's a join button down beside the subscribe button. Make sure you click that and join at the rank of Commander, Captain, or Admiral. That's kind of a monthly thing, which helps us out. It's very much like Patreon. But if you want to just do Patreon, go to Patreon/Trekyards and try that out. Although joining the channel is probably more fun because you get the badges and the stickers and stuff that you can use in the live chats if you join us on a regular basis. We really appreciate that. And it makes it more fun for you guys to be able to put that stuff in there. So plus you also get your name highlighted. You get a badge beside your name. Shows us how long you've been a member, and really makes us feel like, you know, you guys are there to support us, and we appreciate that. Plus, it's more likely that when the chat's busy or moving pretty quick, that we'll lock onto your comment or question in the regular chat to read it, because we know you're a supporter and it's more visible for us. So just another thing to do if you can. So yeah, looking forward to your thoughts and feelings on this upcoming episode and what we can expect from Discovery just in general, but specifically the next episode, which is called People of Earth, which is simplistic title, and yet at the same time, people of Earth. It's kind of threatening and menacing as well. So, who knows what's going on with that? Hopefully, we will find out. But anyway, and Warrender Technical Solutions throws in £2. Guys, don't forget to super chat. It works like this. Yes, and it's bright and colorful, and different amounts have different colors, and it just makes it look all nice and fancy. Plus, it makes us feel loved and appreciated. So, plus it keeps guaranteeing that we can continue to bring you all this content, which we do for free. You guys get to see all of our content pretty much for free. Well, all of it for free right now. So if you can support us and help us continue to make that, that'd be awesome.
And I still want to see those 6 more or 5 more likes. Give me them likes.
Didn't you want 60 likes? That's 8 more likes. I think you said 60.
Give me those more likes, yo.
Over 100 people here, guys. Come on.
Excellent.
Hit the like button if you haven't already.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm frozen. There we go. I'm back now. But yeah, Ian says, don't forget to super chat. It works like this. It does work like that. It's awesome. What else? I was going to say something else, but I can't remember what I was going to say.
Was it going to be profound and earth-shattering?
No, it's about the name of the episode, People of Earth.
Good name.
Is what it's called. Yeah, but it's also People of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
This is your new overseer. It sounds menacing, but at the same time simplistic. So it's going to be interesting to see which way this one goes.
But last episode, we ended on a surprising note. Not in the sense that Michael Burnham doesn't normally save the day, just in the sense that within 2 episodes, we had the Lost Soul Burnham learn the universe, Lost Discovery, almost destroyed, not really, we're fine, and then Found and Fine. So we very much skipped through the entire initial premise of the season, which leaves a lot of, what's going to happen next, which in itself, while disappointing during, is kind of exciting now. Once we're into the next episode, as often with season 2, you're like, the next one. To end on this note, I'm sure we're going to see flashbackiness, although I don't know how they're going to form those connections. But we start on a high note, or I think we're going to start with a flashback, like seeing some journey in between and then cutting to her with the crew. Do you think it's going to start exactly with her beaming on board or whatever, and she's like, hey guys, okay. What do you think?
Yes, it's going to start... Yeah, I think it's probably going to start with that scene of her coming on board and Tilly running up and giving her a hug.
Yeah.
Either that, or we're going to get the last few minutes of the last episode, or last minute of the last episode from their point of view. Seeing whatever ship it is, books or whatever, is swooping in, activating the tractor beam. Yeah. And kind of like a quick recap.
That'd be good. Yeah. So, okay, let me pitch them what I would do, based on your idea, because that was great. I would have... Starts with the last shot, right? She's like, good to see you. Then it says 1 day earlier. Cuts the starbase or the relay station. The guy's in full uniform that we know, we like him. And there's a little hub of activity, a couple of people, a couple of consoles, and there's a beep, 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 beep. Burnham walks in her uniform or not. What's happening? There's been a disturbance. Where is it? There. Have you got a ship in range? And then Book's like, I didn't leave. She's like, oh, great. And then they jump on the ship and they transwarp out or whatever. They use a faster drive. And we're like, oh, they can use another type of drive. Must have found more resources. That's a tease. And then they talk about what this means for them. And Burnham's like, well, or the other guy's like, what if they're dead? And she's like, no, everyone will be fine. Don't worry. Except the 13 people I didn't like. And then they transwarp in and they see the stuff happen. I think that could be kind of fun.
Yeah, and just adding to that a little bit, seeing just the back of the Scylla figure, whatever his name is, with the map in front of him, and you kind of slowly zoom in over his shoulder. You see the map. This is how it starts out. You see the map, and all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
it's like Discovery warp signature detected, and then all of a sudden they could even cut.
Yeah,
you could even. Well, they're also looking for the warp signature of the ship. So, yeah, either way.
Yeah.
And then you just a quick cutaway to Book's ship or whoever ship coming. Yeah. I think that'd be kind of neat as well. Just something even really simple like that, really quick.
Like they're in transit and they have to drop out of transit FTL and then jump into a different side and then, yeah. But you get a real sense of how everyone's changed and you like push the story of her where she's been way further than you'd think it was going to go. Because it's, in a sense, a flashback to like how the new status quo is. Because it'd be kind of fun if we learned about her past as we go. You know, like I said, if she had to make compromises, if she had to change her personality a bit throughout the season rather than learning it all.
Yeah.
That could be kind of interesting, for sure.
Marcus Aurelius. Gents, I am also a massive fan. I follow Trekyards like a religion.
Ooh.
You keep Trek alive, and you are true Trek ambassadors. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that, and thank you for joining the chat.
Yes, welcome. Have you been to a chat before? I don't recognise the name, but do you get quite a lot of names? Although I should recognise the name because it's a very Roman name.
Aurelius. I do recognize the name.
Oh. Well, to be fair, you read out more names than I do. I kind of respond.
Yeah, and I do a lot more lives too on my own and stuff.
Also true. Well, hey, thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the Lower Decks content. If you didn't, go back and watch them and watch the episodes. They're worth watching.
And Steel Bat throws in £5
Thank
with a
you.
Keep It Up sticker with a little pair doing exercises. I gotta get back into exercising.
Oh dear.
It's like the first sticker set that comes up. Nobody scrolls through the rest of them, I don't think.
Yeah. So I think you're right. I think that's probably going to be it. It'd be nice to see Saeed start and be all in a uniform and look snazzy, and there's more consoles, and that'd be great, very satisfying. Or they're just literally at FTL at Transwarp, and then they get the signal, and they just transition.
Yeah.
Even if it would be kind of fun if Book says, "Bib, you know, where are they? 100 light years away," and she's like, "Well, how quick can we get there?" Well, if you use our
2 minutes.
Yeah, well, if we use our dilithium store, it'll take us 6 weeks, but we, you know, from our last run, we have just enough beryllium to use the slipstream for enough time. But do we want to use it all on that? Yeah, we've got to be there quickly. Okay, if you no, that's hard to do. That took them like 6 months to get that much beryllium, whatever. And now they can go you know, that'd be kind of fun. Like we get a sense of the scarcity, but the fact that you can get supplies, and how much they've been doing together, would be kind of fun.
Yeah, but within the first couple minutes, there's going to be this reunion with Tilly and the rest of them. They're going to do that pretty quick.
And yes, Mr. Mud Tactics, put in your comment, and we do skim the normal chat. Don't worry, just put in an interesting comment. If it's interesting, we see it. Yes, absolutely. So yes, the first thing we do see though is a rather nice little CGI of Discovery. As I expressed to you in season 2, they worked out a way to make Discovery look less silly, whereby having a camera lens can be the way light and the way glass can be utilized can make things look very wide, very compact, very bring it all together. And so if you want to make something look bigger, you tend to do a more zoomed in focal length. If I make something look more sort of weirdly distorted, it's wide angle. Normally in CGI, I use a more wide angle lens, just for whatever reason, that's what we're used to. And it was easier to make those sorts of lenses, I believe, back in the day, and you get close to the miniature, etc. But they by doing a more zoomed in view, the nacelles, which are ginormous, don't look as, even though they are just as ginormous, it pulls the entire ship together. And they did that since season 2, and it hides the ship better. And so basically they learned the best way to make a ship look okay is to cheat. And do a thing you wouldn't normally do for other CGI, which is fine. I do it reasonably often because it changes the effect. Like, you never see a Connie in that focal length, so it's always fun to see. But yeah, like, it doesn't look bad, even though it's still thoroughly out of proportion.
Yeah, I mean, even the lighting looks better.
Yeah,
we complained about season 1 being completely dark, and they're going for a more classic Trek look.
We're trying to compliment you guys, other than Discovery team.
Yes.
It's nice enough. Well, I believe it's spinning in this first shot, which is it is. Quite odd.
Is, yeah.
Not sure why, but
Omar L. Mazri, $5.
Hey.
The clip for this episode confused me as Burnham says that lithium started running out and then the burn happened. Doesn't this contradict episode 1?
We haven't seen that clip, so
no. Apparently, she does a personal log or something talking about the burn. But yeah, we have neither Samuel or myself have seen it. We like to save it for the
they released they revealed Q in a bloody Ready Room thing. Like, wow, what a thing to reveal. That's weird. But Omar, remind us. We'll obviously talk about that in a couple of days on Friday. But do remind us. Join in for that and say hey, and we'll readdress. Does Slipstream need dilithium? We don't know, but probably not.
Yeah.
Unless you really need to, but probably not.
Jeff Jacobs, $2. Pops in 72 sweet, 100 and 150. Hashtag make Jeff pay. Pops out. See you later, Jeff.
I like it.
We got 74 likes, the 143 people here. Everybody hit that like button. We can get to 100 easily. Oh, yeah. And I'd really, really appreciate that right off the hop here. We can probably hit 115 to be fair. But, another 15, that'll be fine. 100,
Another 300.
We don't ask for much here at Trekyards.
I just said that, okay. I
Oh, did
retract
you?
my comment.
No.
So then we get the transporter room. So I'm guessing she beams in, and I wonder if I doubt they're going to make a new transporter effect, but I wonder if they're going to have a new, if we're going to see either the transporter place on book. There's not a pad presumably, but I wonder if they're going to see like how he transports her over, or if they're going to beam her over.
What is it? The transporter room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Or do you think it's already? Well, I mean,
It looks more like a. Almost looks like a. To be fair, just something off of an airlock, because it doesn't look like the transporter room to me. It doesn't look like the shuttle bay. If she has a personal transporter, she can transport probably anywhere and surprise them.
well,
Tilly's changed though. She was in her Starfleet, or was she in a Starfleet?
no.
She wasn't.
She took off her
So,
overcoat, which is why you notice
yeah.
it's the same day.
Yeah.
This happens relatively quick. Well, I mean, the console on the right is in the transporter room, and the thing on the far left, you would imagine would be spacesuity stuff.
Yes.
But the right is definitely not what was in the transporter room. Maybe it's some. Oh, I don't know. That's
Fleet
weird.
Pop Swiftback, $2. Cap issued a challenge. Let's get there. Hashtag make Fleet Pop hey. There you go. Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Huh.
That could be the transporter room, but just doesn't look like it to me. So
No. Although it felt like it the way it was framed, like she beamed in and they were saying hi. Just for some reason the way that was framed. Huh.
But then they also go over Tilly's shoulder, and the reverse doesn't look like the
No.
transporter room either. Really,
Yeah.
it looks just like a standard hallway or something. But
Yeah, maybe she was beamed.
I don't know.
Somewhere. Bit random,
Yeah.
don't know. But yeah, everyone's there. No one's piloting. No one's doing anything.
Well, to be fair, she could have beamed into the transporter room and started walking towards the bridge, and everybody kind of met her because it looks like they're all kind of clumped together, coming through the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
So they were on their way down, and she kind of, yeah. Let's see, Egan Halloran. From the preview images, the Earth uniform person has a logo with an E and a blue dot. So presumably they aren't Starfleet or the Federation anymore, but Earth. I would buy that. Because then, in the next scene we see the Discovery approaching a planet, which we assume is Earth with the way that they're playing it. Plus, the title is People of Earth. Assumingly, they just go to Earth right away because book says right away. I've never been to Earth before. And the fact they've been there, Burnham's been there a year and she hasn't taken him to Earth.
But they've got the Spore drive.
Exactly. I think that's probably what happened there. So I think they probably Spore jump and then start moving, and then they cut to this shot, and that's why the saucer is still spinning, because it's spinning back into place in those first scenes. Yeah,
because we never assessed where. I mean, assuming that Burnham end up at Terralysium, which is in a different quadrant.
Well,
which is where they would. She was trying to. There's no reason for Red Angel suit to do anything except go where it's meant to. She went to Terralysium in a different quadrant, and then they came out somewhere else. Burnham found them wherever they were, but if she was already in that quadrant, it's not unreasonable. And then if they're already that far away, but as we said yesterday, the Federation would have spread further, so it's not unreasonable to say, in 900 years they go out to the Gamma Quadrant, whatever. So it'd be kind of cool if they say, we're 45,000 light years from Earth. And Book's like, well, I've never been to Earth. And she's like, well, we can now Spore jump there. It'll take us about 44 seconds. He's like, what?
Yeah.
What? Which is kind of cool. I'd like that sense of scale. Like, this is not even remotely the.
Stamets, are you recovered? Are you feeling better? No? Okay, who cares? Get in the Spore chamber. Let's jump.
You were in a coma 3 hours ago. Are you good to drive? That's a really good point, actually. I hadn't thought of that.
Well, they don't have to jump right away as soon as she gets on board. They'd obviously wait a little while. But
that's hilarious.
Brian Montgomery, $5
Thank you.
With no comment, but thank you. And 7 more likes to get this to 100. 180 people watching, which is fantastic. I think we could easily get to 150. So guys, if you are here and you haven't hit like yet, consider hitting that like button. Love to see those numbers just jump right now. Would be great. Let's Spore jump the likes up to 150.
Boom. Magic. But I think we can assume it's Earth, and I feel like that bottom continent is either Africa or Australia, as people are saying. But it'd be
It's Australia.
It'd be weird if it wasn't. And I mean, talk about going straight to the point. Straight to Earth
Yeah.
is quite a ballsy move, but if you wanna set up this conflict of Earth or whatever, then why not?
Well, the bad thing, the discouraging thing, is that there's no Earth space stock. There's not a lot of the regular stuff you'd expect to see around Earth in TNG time, let alone 900 years after that. So is it all gone? Is Earth, back to basics kind of thing? Um,
I mean, you wouldn't expect to see Earth space dock at this distance
well,
anyway. And you could obviously say it's on the other side of the planet, but if they've grown out of
exactly.
dilithium, then, I mean, I'm not too worried. And I can imagine that, if no one can warp into your system because it takes too much power and you can still detect them 6 months out, whatever, then you can probably keep ships not on your doorstep as much as you need to necessarily.
Yeah.
Then you get, the Earth thing, great. The doc looks happy, and then the first interesting scene
Mhm.
with a new character doing literally a new image, a frame.
Yes.
Literally.
Yep.
Which is a lot to take in. They are repeated, obviously. But one thing we keep seeing is a spore chamber.
Yes.
And I'm going to go ahead and flip this image and see what they say, because that I was interested in. Scanning home. Something medical. Okay.
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. Don't know if that was underwhelming or not, but
A little bit underwhelming.
I don't know. What do you think?
Hold on, let me take a closer look here.
And me no other asked about the Enterprise J. The Enterprise J is long since decommissioned. I would assume at least 300 years ago decommissioned, or 200 years. I mean, no more than that. But yeah, be three to 400 years. I'd expect. Enterprises don't tend to last more than 50 years, and some only like 15. So I doubt the J would last. And even the universe classes would be long since retired.
But
now you could expect to see a relativity class. They're only 250 years old.
yeah,
but you still wouldn't.
And of course, we'll still see lots of Discovery shuttles because.
And work bees. I forgot Discovery work bees.
Yes.
Probably.
I can't really make much out of that, but yeah, it's definitely the spore chamber.
Yeah, there's multiple.
And it's either a molecule or a particle or just a symbol.
Yeah.
It looks like the symbol almost from the three-eyed guys from Toy Story. That's on there.
Yeah. Ooh, that's interesting. If you look at a scanning thing, it says medical engineering something and something. So I think the hologram, they can go through all the different systems. Because this is an interesting one. This has been interesting since the very first one. Beyond the fact it's a great looking Jeffries tube. Do you think this person is actively they're scanning the ship, but are they trying to get all the secrets? I don't know why you have to go into a if this is the future of the future. We saw what the 29th century tech could just download all the Voyager's database within minutes, etc.
Yeah.
So why would they need to be in a Jeffries tube to get information about the ship? It should be seconds.
My thinking is she might be there without their knowledge. She might have got on board somehow and is checking things out before she reveals herself.
Okay.
It could be the case. I'm not sure, but
also it says pad at the bottom.
Oh, does it?
Using their pad. That's fun. Yeah, I mean, it could be the first spy, but we see a beam in later, so that's obviously. But yeah, this will be a preliminary. But I'm wondering, the tone of this scene, is it going to be menacing of, look who's invaded, or, hey guys, we can help improve your systems, let me go into the Jeffries tube and help? I'm just intrigued, because we know this person will be a main character in the connection to this future, but I'm really intrigued to know if this is a negative or positive vibe.
Probably, honestly, this is in the thick of battle or something.
Oh, that could be.
And it could be later. Yeah.
Oh, so because we know that obviously any ship fighting them is going to defeat them instantly. So we kind of find this person then beamed into Jeffries tube, like plugged in a power conduit, charged the shields by 800%, and suddenly they can now take hits. That'd be kind of fun. I could buy that. I mean, it's a little bit forced, but I could kind of buy that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Fleet Pod throws in $2.
Make it.
If the G class shows up, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but there you go. That's that interesting thing. Then you've got Saru, and then this one is so. This is a two-part one. You do see the guy, but you get a very clear view of these ships, which obviously is being communicated with the scary-looking guys. So this is our first look at a ship. We know they get to Earth. We know they fight above a planet. There's a shield grid, I believe. But Earth can have a shield grid.
It, yeah.
I mean, it could be two planets to be fair. But this, well, A, looks like a they're not called preservers. They're called no, not Protheans. Guys, what's the race from Halo? Forerunner. Yeah, it looks like a Forerunner diadact ship. What do you think about this spaceship and the style, etc.?
I think it's pretty cool, actually. Something. It does look futuristic. I love that the parts are detached. We saw that before in the one preview where the engine pods are not attached, but it definitely looks like a large ship. Even some kind of starbase could be as well.
Yeah, we see a couple of them. So starbase. Although, I mean, if they're that powerful, I mean, what makes this starbase not a spaceship? You know, it's a really powerful big spaceship, etc.
Yeah. No, it looks really cool. The one screen cap I have here looks like you see the helm lady, or not the helm lady, the whatever her name is, Washington. Washington. There you go. On the right, and then the alien thing, I guess, is on the view screen, but it looks like it's dissolving, or that there's behind. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's close to the view screen. Yeah, absolutely. They got hailed, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this ship is okay. Like it does fit the bill of futuristic. I can imagine this may be the new perimeter defense starship. Because at least it's that creamy white vibe of Federation. Yeah, we are so ultra mega future, and if you want to be technical, it has got red forward facing glows, so they could be Bassards.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get technical here, but the fact that relativity does not have a saucer or nacelles or a secondary hull. It does have everything integrated into, you could see where the lineage is from. But if you're moving forward from those points, then these shapes aren't unreasonable. They don't look very great as Federation tech, but why would you expect 1,000 years later to look like recognizable tech? Yeah. So it's still an appropriate level of look, it's different. Not going to win awards, but looks different.
Neomix says the PS5's final form. Yes. It's big enough. I mean, the PlayStation 5 is huge compared to the. So yeah, that's like the PlayStation 500.
You, sir, are the non-super chat
winner of the day.
Winner of the day. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
One thing I really hate, and it's just so lazy again, is the little red alert thing in the very top of the screen. It's just the regular red alert thing just shrunk right down. It's not stretched out. It's not made to look different. It's motion picture era. It just kind of bothers me.
Yeah, but Stuart, I agree.
Yes.
But what do you think of this dude? Now, I think we'll both throw our hats into the ring. I think comfortably say this is a helmet. That this is a bipedal guy. You can see the shoulders, you can see the connection point, you can see armor underneath. It's absolutely a helmet. Yes. For me, a helmet to preserve who it is and isn't. What do you guys think? Would you agree?
I still think there's something like weird or insectoid-like under there. Would be my guess. I mean, yes, it's obviously a helmet of some sort. Well, it's not like an exoskeleton or anything, but
I definitely think it's a human.
Do you?
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's their way of hiding from the Federation's gone a bit. It lets them do things they shouldn't be doing because they they can get away with it because they've got the mask on. They're not raiders, they're pirates or whatever. They're Federation gone rogue.
Okay, I'll buy that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Kind of like Leia in.
Yeah. Bosk.
Yeah, honestly.
Fleet Paw Swiftback, $5.
Thank you.
Alien thing looks like the silent enemy guy from Enterprise, the one where they get the phase cannons up and running. Yes.
Yeah. Because I think that like I said, I think it's designed to look scary, and they'll be the threat of the series where they're fighting. But the reveal is they're actually just humans that, created a legend of this alien race. Because could you imagine if, this other side, again, say this is Starfleet, for example, like part of Starfleet, and say they wanted to get Earth to allow martial law, or to give them more powers, or to designate more resources to military because they wanted whatever. Well, no one on Earth can get off planet because there's not enough lithium or resources. So, oh my God, Stuart, there's a new enemy on the Outer Rim. They're called the Vrask, and they have loads of powerful ships. And they're destroying our trade lanes. Oh no, Council, we must have new resources to fight them. Thank you for the resources to fight them. And they're not, but they're actually just human. Now, obviously, this is a bad, corrupt thing to do, but I think that's part of the storyline. So that is where I'm going with this. Just because I see the differentiation of helmet to body. Yeah.
Okay. It's a good call.
It's a pretty far out left field, but
I'm going to disagree.
Please do.
And say that I think it's some kind of insectoid alien kind of thing. But, you could be totally right. Actually, that's really an interesting idea. So I kind of hope you're right. But
I'm trying to think like those writers, which is tricky.
Yeah.
Now, if they are just insectoid aliens, though, do you think they're just attacking Earth, or wouldn't it be kind of cool if they're protecting Earth? This is a red herring of these guys are actually like Earth has hired them to protect them because they haven't got resources anymore. But they have got money, like they've got Latinum and stuff, but they haven't got ships anymore. Kind of interesting.
Maybe it's Earth. Maybe it's their planet now. I mean, it's 900 years. Maybe they've taken over.
That's interesting. Yeah. Because the bridge looks very nondescript. It's very unhelpful. Def doesn't feel like whatever ship is behind them, and his clothing also looks very like, Raider from the North. But yeah, it's a good looking makeup. But I think what more way to hide your humanity is to look very unhuman, and bug-like dude with weird 6 eyes and mandibles. Yep, they aren't human.
Yeah.
Wink.
Yeah.
But then we see Spore jump. We know the Spore jump, and definitely to Earth.
Yeah. And then we get a shot of the back of the Discovery with some ships closing in.
It's also looking insectoid.
Yeah. And a planet underneath with like a defense grid or a shield grid.
It's gonna have to be Earth, isn't it? Like, I think they found a way to protect themselves by having a defense shield, and now they've become so comfortable.
Yeah. So the question is, we see it later that we see they beam down. There's a tree. Tilly hugs the tree. Do you think they get to Earth? There's no problem. They beam down. Then all of a sudden they get an alert. They have to go back to the ship. These guys show up, and all of a sudden a defense thing fires up around Earth, and they're like, "What the hell?" Or do you think when they arrive, that's there? And at the end of the episode is when they've defeated it, they get it down, and then they get to visit Earth. Either the beginning or the end of the episode is the tree hugging.
Yeah. I like where you're going there. I would think that they meet Earth and it seems okay. Then these aliens warp in, and the shield goes up. Discovery's left in orbit, and they have to fight them. And then Federation ships appear, because we know they do. And the Federationians look to be the heroes. But again, it's some sort of conspiracy. But yeah, I think it'll be the defense, and they don't tell outsiders about the defense grid, or they don't want to let slip, or whatever. Yeah. Because if you can't offense, then you can at least defense. And you can find other power sources to power a shield grid. You don't need a warp core reaction.
Well, Devo 77X, those ships look like Tholian, and then B. Cluett says, "Ooh, I wonder if it is Tholian, and that's a web." That'd be kind of neat. Future Tholian tech.
Yeah, future Tholian tech for sure. I don't know if that'd be Tholian ships, but I like the. Although it's a bit, do we really need the Tholians to have their tech after 800 years of the only ones that did web tech? But also, yes, that's a good idea. But they do look. I mean, it depends if these ships are going point forward. They look like the Zindi Insectoid. If they go the other way, they don't.
I'm pretty sure that the point is facing forward because they're moving this way, from what I recall. Because the next shot is the bridge, and you see the view screen, and there's like all the ships lined up. But
because they're definitely attacking Earth.
And there is those white things in the background. There's actually more than one.
Yeah, it's a fleet of attack ships.
Either I could see them being some kind of. Well, they could be what's establishing the shield grid around the planet as well.
We don't see them shoot Discovery. Yeah, they could just be the Federation Defense Force or Earth Defense Force. Yeah, and they just swarm them because, guys, what are you doing? But I still inclined to think these might be Federation ships. These pointy ones because there's a red front and a blue side. red and blue Basard and grill. Like, it's such a small thing to have, but if you do it, you create a visual.
It's Superman's ship.
Yes, it
Superman
is.
colors.
But speaking of Superman, you then have Michelle Yeoh back in full uniform with what appears to be a Section 31 Admiral's badge, which is odd.
Is it? Yeah, it is an Admiral's badge, isn't it? 'Cause that's what Cornwall was wearing.
And look, there's the second line, the second part of the Delta is black.
Yeah. Well, it could just be lighting, actually. That's usually just the shinier part. So it could just be the way the light's reflecting off of it. Yeah.
I mean, the real reflective is so perfect.
It's right there.
Oh.
So depending on how the light hits it or what's behind it, it could be.
Oh,
see?
well, okay. Hey, he had a physical version to show.
Yeah.
So do you think they realized we need a fake admiral to try and have some authority?
Ooh, to have authority over these Federation from the future. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though she was, Hitler, maybe best not give Hitler an admiralty.
Wow. Yeah.
It's weird to see her in uniform, though. I'll be honest. We haven't seen her in uniform in a couple of moments.
Yeah. Then we're down in the Spore drive, or the engineering...
Spore chamber, yeah.
Oh, the Spore chamber, yeah.
Engineering room 5, I think. Yeah.
Something weird going on. And then we get a transport of people coming in.
Yep. And I've got some stills. So we've got... This is from the other trailer, but you can visibly see this weird alien-looking thing helmet beam in with a gun. The SWAT team is pretty well manned. And it's also undamaged entirely, just to point that out. But we do see a character beam in, and you can see the gun up close. It looks like a very conventional sort of Nerf pulse gun, although where they're placed, this isn't a corridor, this isn't the Spore chamber. So these human Starfleet Federation are beaming all throughout the ship. That's what's happening here. They're beaming into every corridor.
Wow. Okay.
I definitely
think...
Is
that the same? Is that the same uniform as the lady has on them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
That is just flipped.
Okay.
Because if I do. Yeah. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Just to make you think, it's clever editing because of the way the direction is. I definitely think there's the personal transporters based on how the effect is. They just got transporters built in the uniform, boom, done, easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd buy that. Cool. I think those are probably Starfleet coming on board saying, "What's up?"
Yeah. Nope, Leland was not an admiral. I want to think of the gun then. Although it's not. Is it the same gun that in title sequence? I thought it was a slightly different gun.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the same gun. Yeah, I love how you said it's like a Nerf gun, because it definitely does have that look to me.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I mean, it's okay. It doesn't look like anything in particular. Like, you definitely wouldn't say Star Trek, but against the future. So, it's also quite a big weapon. Yeah. But I like this. I always thought they were in the same room, so I like the fact they've beamed everywhere. Because I like if we didn't single out the Spore room as much. Because in the trailer it felt like they all beamed in to try and take them hostage, but now it just feels like they beam everywhere. And then this technician person who's just like, hey, Antique, they're an engineer, they might know about Spore technology anyway, and so they beam in directly to see them. That said, Samus is just chill on his chair, on his seat. So maybe they're expecting company. Maybe they're like, oh, we're gonna have visitors in a few minutes. Just hang tight. He's like, well, sit down then.
Well, he's sitting on the stairs. Yeah.
Then hard cuts to them looking around. Yeah.
It honestly looks like he's just doing work, and then they come in and he's like, what?
Yeah.
We get him talking to Tilly, who's also in the Spore room at the same time. She's standing at the one console on the right hand side there.
Yeah, they're reacting. And also, just to note, someone said in the previous comment, the reason Tilly looks a bit bigger this season is because she was pregnant during these episodes.
Yeah,
so
that's
why she doesn't look great. There's a reason. But you can't tell. But yeah. And then you get the ships. Now, are they the same? Yes, they're the same ships. That's a side view. There you go.
Oh, okay.
And they definitely are shooting. And definitely are shooting at Discovery. Kapow, splat, kapow.
Kapow, splat, kapow.
Sorry, it's technical terms.
And that's also where, yeah, this is where Discovery like protects Book's ship. It looks like.
From Prue's trailer, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. So those could be ships, but they could also be something bigger. That's really hard to call. They don't look that big, actually.
I don't know. I don't think they're fighters though, because we have other fighters. I think they're still like capital ship sized, but it'd be kind of nice if somebody does downscale everything for this season. Like, you know, you don't need ships that massive. But they're definitely odd. I'm wondering how Eagle Moss are gonna make these ships when pieces literally don't connect.
Yeah.
It'll make it easier for money, guys. But I still don't buy it that they can shoot and Discovery take. They can't even take one hit. I mean, that's unless they turn the weapons down to like 5%. That'd be kind of funny though if they warp in, they target Discovery, and they say, and Discovery says, or someone's on the bridge, what are they targeting us? And so I was like, with what? Weapons at 1% power. Oh, okay. And it fires. Shields down to 4%. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, see, that would be a good. I would appreciate that gag. You know, that was their warning shot. 1% power. We can't go any weaker, guys. That was your warning. There's nothing less we can do. That I was kind of like.
Yeah, that'd be funny. People are saying that there could be automated defense platforms. I would buy that totally.
Yeah, I can see that.
Look Asgard to me.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, they're abstract certainly.
Wow. Yeah.
Then we have a different view of the space station and of the USS still unknown. More debris, not very visible. Book ship with some nice looking side details.
Yeah.
Some nice different colours.
It's a very cool looking little ship, gotta say.
Like, it's not Star Trek looking, but that's okay.
And we got the...
Although it's weird you can see the thrust coming out the nozzles. I'm not sure why you can see thrust. It's like BSG with the like plasma coming out of it.
Yeah. We got the shot on the inside where you see those alien ships again, those pointy ones.
Mm-hmm.
They do look very Tholian, actually.
Mm-hmm. And she's in full uniform, so then she's come back. So she's chosen to come back to the ship, his ship. Well, I guess maybe their ship at this point. Because I wonder, maybe they're already a couple now. Maybe like they've, Discovery's come all the way into this future, and she's moved on. So now, once she had a choice, protect her ex-crew or her boyfriend, who she's known for a year, and save the universe together in a sense. She beams back and helps him, even though he knows his own ship well.
Yeah. Use it as a distraction or something. Later we see Detmer flying it. So
what's up with the tree?
I don't know. It's the tree of life.
Because the tree bugs me for some reason.
Maybe it's a tree that Tilly planted when she was a kid or something. That's how much it's grown.
Okay. Sure. But does it bug you? I don't know. For some reason it bugs me.
Doesn't bug me. Depends on the context, but...
It just seems silly, Although I'm wondering if maybe it's more of a... They're given a... Maybe... Because it doesn't look real to me. I mean, it obviously isn't. It's not a real tree. They're not in a real place, obviously. But I can imagine it's maybe like... Rather than them explaining to the crew, they put a device on the bridge that like sends out hypnotic waves to the entire crew and shows them a joint vision of like, welcome to the Federation. You are new members. The first thing you see is a tree. Go hug the tree. Hello. Now, second, like a universal greeting message through a joint transmission to their brain. And that's why it's so silly. That's why they're all sharing it. And what more symbolic than the Tree of Life? I just don't buy it's a real tree on Earth. It just looks stupid.
Well, I mean, they built one like this for Disneyland. So maybe it's the fake Disneyland tree that's still alive or still there. It hasn't been destroyed.
Stuart, 269 people watching, but yet only 126 likes and quite a low super chat amount. So guys, I want to see 150 likes. It's a must. And also another $50 in super chats. Put in your thoughts, comments, what you think we're going to see for episode 3, and click like. And welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know your theories or ideas about this episode, guys. It could be that this is an alien tree on Earth, because I mean, there were aliens and stuff living on Earth, so
Okay, that's interesting. Or it could be a special symbolic tree. Because I mean it's the future. Why? I mean it looks silly because it's unreal, but yeah, they could just genetically modify a tree to grow this big. Like, of course you can. It's the mega future.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just happy to be home kind of thing.
Well, she's something. Oh, she's a communicator in her hand, so it's probably not
Yes,
hallucinations. Weird. And you get Saru doing nothing. Oh no, he sees. So he's in his costume still, and Burnham is in her costume still. This is very soon after.
Yeah, this is like right after what we just saw at the end of the last episode.
And then there we go. End of the trailer. That was way less than I thought it was going to be, Stuart. I'll be honest. We normally have way more to say, but I thought there was more, but there isn't.
Well, I mean, we know that we see Starfleet ships at some point, so just trying to figure out when they're going to pop into this episode, if they come and save the day. Because Discovery and Bookship are fighting off these other aliens that are fighting. Does Starfleet come in?
Omar. Crystal, no, wood. There's wood huggers. That's pretty good.
Those crystal freaks, am I right? Oh, no, the wood lovers are the freaks, I guess. Anyway, I'm fine. Just I had a massive headache before this live started, so it's kind of going away, but it's still there.
Well, that's true.
So.
But yeah, guys, we want to know your thoughts, comments, questions, answers, even maybe. And yeah, see if we can get another 35, $40 in super chats. Put in your quick fire thoughts and suggestions. Yeah, and click those likes. Want to see 51 more likes and $39 more dollars. Yeah, thoughts and comments. Sentient tree.
Oh. So people are saying that they showed Federation or Starfleet ships going boom. That's probably just a flashback to the burn then. So that could be what the fleet is that was shown.
That'd be a shame.
Because you got to think, what has Michael Burnham been doing in this last year that she's been there? She would have been, and trying to get in touch with the remnants of the Federation, Starfleet, try to find out what was going on, pull anybody together that she could. That's what she would do. That's just who she is. So.
Well, there's nothing else to do.
Wow, book. She can do book.
Well, she's already done book a few times, so she's. What else she got to do?
Oh, okay.
Stuart, he put out real quick.
Wow.
She's seen, come and conquered. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly be anticlimactic if all we see is ships from the past. It's like having all the Federation ships appear in the first episode, and then okay, there we go, done. It's like, well, I mean, they were there. We did see them. Didn't really do anything, and they're a bit disappointing. But hey ho.
I could even see the episode starting with like a Federation ship fly by. You can see like a few other Federation ships, and then all of a sudden
they burn,
exploding, and then you see like a transition from the hull as it explodes. It goes by the camera follows it, and then it's like going to the 120 years later. You still see the wreckage that flew by the listening post and the relay station, and then you get a zoom in to over the guy's shoulder with the map, and then you see Discovery pop up. See, you can make it exciting.
Well, that's what I said about Lower Decks and Picard. They invent one ship for one scene. They get to sell 100,000 via Eagle Moss. Like, they can print money. Like, give us... And also, we know we're going to get at least 5... I believe it's 5 new classes. But yeah, that'd be disappointing. Although, we were assuming those ships are going to be the current Federation. If they're the past Federation, that certainly dramatizes the loss. We may generally see a universe of not a lot. That might make Earth even worse. Maybe that was the last fleet they had and it got kablooey.
Well, BJ Turon said first super chat figured out how it worked, so he sent a super chat. But before his, Matthew K threw in $2 Canadian. Broke as fuck right now.
Oh,
but
well.
as always, wanted to say hi. Well, thank you, Matthew K. We appreciate that.
I hope you're having a good day.
Yes, and BJ Turon, who we've seen many times here, but I guess first super chat, so thank you, of $5. Giorgio will disappear for most of the season on some other mission to come back at the end with like like in the past 2 seasons, Yo was a guest star.
Yeah.
I can see her doing her own Section 31 type thing, trying to do whatever she has to do. And if they do eventually go through it with the Section 31 show, yeah, I can see that being a thing for sure.
I mean, she's one of the least interesting people on the show. So yeah, and all of the bridge crew are being shortchanged as it is. So yeah, have her. And it also makes sense. She can go out and try and learn. And while I can imagine the Starfleet crew wouldn't be keen for her to go out and mingle. Again, space Hitler. At least she is more likely. If she does feel some sense of connection with his crew, she's one of the more likely people to. Bring back cool technology, and assistance.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, she's loyal. Like, not loyal, but she's connected to Burnham because she raised the other Burnham in the Mirror universe as her daughter. So she's got that weird kind of fascination with Burnham. So she's not going to do anything to hurt Burnham, I don't think. The rest of the crew, screw them probably, but
yes, absolutely, they can and will be killed by somebody.
Let's see what else we got going on here.
Can you guys explain the flag for the Federation? Yes, there's this member world, so they made a new flag.
Yes,
easy. When
we don't know which ones though yet. Really.
No, and you couldn't even predict if it was Andor, given what Andor tell our. The fact there are non-Federation versions of those guys, because they can be, you can be criminal enterprising outside of the main, especially if interstellar travel is so much more limited. If a pocket of Andorians far away stay far away and stay a pocket of, then they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Not ideal, but it happens.
Be Good says, hi guys, I would subscribe to All Access on the spot if we see the wreckage of some California class ships and we find out the Packlids caused the burn. Oh, they got too powerful, or too greedy. Yeah. Got a piece of technology they didn't understand and it just got out of hand.
To be fair, that would be a reveal. I'd give them that. And you wouldn't even see it coming if it didn't lower decks. It'd be just as powerful a reveal. That's great.
Sure. Yeah, these alien ships though are interesting, and I love the look of the alien. But it could be, like you said, very much like Balak.
I was just thinking of that.
Yeah, never mind. Like a decoy.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, because like I said, I like the idea of that internal political nature of that's what Bush did. He invented WMDs to get the world to do what he wanted. And he lied. They all knew they lied to do something else. So yeah, they want power. They got it. They lied. They got what they wanted. Didn't do any good. So if you want more military being built up after the burn, invent a new race that somehow has the technology to go faster than light. Well, if they all have FTL, we need FTL. We need to do this. Maybe our morals aren't as worth it. At a certain point, if Return Federation Council, they have 1,000 ships, we have 14. We have to, if we want to live beyond the next week, we have to give in to some of these pressures and give in some of our principles. Maybe we can afford to strip mine a planet with civilians on it. Otherwise, we can't ever survive. Again, look, Sisko did a terrible thing to win the Dominion War. None of us think he did the wrong decision because he won the Dominion War because of that. Sucks.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm even going to mention the sphere data, given it was a very important part of
See, I think that's going to come into play with the whole Calypso thing. If they're going to tie into Calypso and Discovery, being waiting for 1,000 years, that's where the control data is going to come in, or the
I
sphere
could see
data.
it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I could see it. Or just it
Uh,
helps to get, revealing secrets of dilithium that, a dilithium source that was there thousands of years ago. Which is interesting, prehistoric dilithium planets that have been inert for years. That'd be cool. But I don't think they're going to even reference it.
well, Trapper John says the data is how they undo the burn.
Yeah, I could see it. It'd be a good MacGuffin because you set up not knowing what it's going to be, but then again, it is the get out of jail free card. We made a galactic
Yeah.
problem. How do we solve it? By a thing that my mum pushed into my direction so I'd find it 100 years earlier, so we could have it infect our ship's computer, have information as it travelled the entire universe through thousands of years, and has unlimited data within it, which may or may not be important because we can't search it quick enough. And it also can create an AI in the future or not. Like, right. Oh, and it won't let itself be destroyed. But it won't let itself upgrade although actually, no, I've said that. What if, although it didn't happen obviously at the end of Discovery Season 2, but they didn't think about it then. What if they get attacked by these ships and the sphere data understands, because it stopped to self-destruct. It turned on shields. It's got self-preservation. That's the entire point of some episodes. What if it somehow modifies the shields to defend against these aliens, and they're like, what's happening? Shields are polarating at a modulation 146. I'm not doing that. No, it's the sphere data. It's self-preservating. Because it needs to keep self-preservating, otherwise it would defeat the purpose of episodes 9 and 10. To wit was the entire point we can't destroy Discovery. So it has to keep doing that, surely. And how much data do they even have in the database of Discovery? They've just excess computer core space. You would think 1,000 years worth of data would take up a lot of space. Just saying.
Yeah. Curta Drake throws in $5, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
The Packlids got a hold of something that made them go warp 10.
Oh,
so they're all salamanders now. We're fine. We were protected. We're fine.
Wouldn't that be great if in this alien suit there's two salamanders they're all two, standing on one on top of each other. Yeah, warp 10 salamanders. Hello.
And Trapper John says Giorgio will attempt to bring in reinforcements from the Mirror Universe. That could be interesting. That could be an interesting tie-in for her trying either to get back there or own the future by bringing her elements from her universe here.
But the problem is she has literally no understanding of what the Mirror Universe would be like in the 3188s.
Yeah, that's true.
At least she knows these guys are good. This is a good guy universe. Maybe at least she has some friends here. I could see her saying, "Let me create an interphasic rift to go," because she knows a Defiant happened. She knows to travel between universe and time is practical. So I could see her maybe wanting to go back into her own time. Because maybe it would be kind of fun if at the end of the episode she walks in with the Chiron. And it's like, how the fuck did you get that? Well, I killed the entire crew because they came through to find me, and then I got the ship. Hashtag good day. And they're like, but we destroyed that. Yeah, no, I got it before you destroyed it. And they're like, so did we destroy it? You did, but I undid that timeline. They're like, oh, that'd be fun. That'd be stupid fun.
FIFA Swiftback, that's in $5.
Thank you.
I thought Control was dumb, but if it saves the universe, do I have to eat crow? Asking for a friend, lol. If they've thought it out or they can connect it, and they do a good job, I'll be fine with a lot of the things,
Although remember, sphere data isn't Control. Sphere data births Control after 400 years of just normal Starfleet access, so it's not the same thing. But yeah, Control is out of the show. But Stuart, I think we're about done. I think we've had our, you guys are sort of here. But guys, can we get another $17.37 likes?
Ooh, 37 likes. That's a lot.
That's my goal.
I know, but I'd say 12 more likes at least to get to 175. 230 people here would be awesome.
I think we can. I think we can do it. I think you guys are raring to go. And then tomorrow will be Stuart's first reaction And Friday will be our full-on reviews, edited and live.
Uh-huh.
And then Saturday we may or may not do something. Sunday we are doing something but not here. Monday we're doing a Mandalorian Monday live, Monday live, Mandalorian Monday.
Mandalorian Monday.
Monday on Trekyards. Mandalorian.
Yes. Lots coming up. And watch Trek Central on Sunday, because we'll be on there talking about this episode. And by then we'll know what's happening, so we'll be able to talk about it a little bit more.
We will, Stuart, we will know, and that is the way.
You have spoken. Jill47 throws in $1 with a smiley face.
Stuart. You just threw that like, didn't even break a sweat. You just like right in there. Beautiful.
Yep. But Jill throws in $1 with a smiley face. Thank you very much, Jill.
It's a good face. I don't know about you, Stuart, but I watched part of the Mandalorian. They're doing a weekly show on YouTube. It's funny how a lot of content there now shift just to YouTube and via webcam, or they give them a camera, etc. And unlike last year where everything was a surprise to Mandalorian, this year they had 1 billion toys, loads of toys. You can get Baby Yodas, you can get all the Playmates, because now that the baseline of the universe is known. It's amazing how now they're putting that classic Star Wars milking of look, tech.
All of the licensing rights and the promotional stuff and the toys. Star Wars is good for that, for the merchandise.
They really are. It's their groove.
Anywho, guys. Well, we hit 175 likes. Anyway. 23 more likes. Don't think that'll happen.
I always hope for it. I'm trying to think with it, because they had a Razor Crest that was by Hasbro. They mentioned it was Indiegogo, but wasn't it? Was a crowdfunding?
HasLabs.
It was an absurdly detailed miniature, absurdly detailed. Yes.
Yeah, there was also releasing a Lego one.
Yes. Oh, there we go. £349. HasLab Razor Crest Hasbro vintage. It has every door and window works. The cockpit's fully detailed. They've got a full gun closet thing. They've got all the ramps work, all the engines work. No, there's 1 billion props inside of the thing. It is the absolute ultimate. But I found myself being slightly annoyed by this.
Can you send me a link?
Yeah, sure. I found myself slightly annoyed by this ship because I know I like it a lot, but it's just the Firefly. It's just a small Firefly.
Yeah.
So of course I like it. It's just the Firefly, but Star Wars. But it's so simple. Why do I like it so much? Why do we all like it so much,
Because it's simple.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. I need to take a look at this thing. Might as well do it over live because we're just hanging out with you guys at this point.
So it's limited to 5 per transaction. Venturing the outstretched space. This is the crowdfunding project is available for a limited time only, running from September 25th to November 9th. Shopping will commence in autumn 2021. It's a 3.75 inch Mandalorian figure.
Holy shit, that is really
20
detailed.
inches in width, 30 inches long. It's absurd. It's absolutely insanely detailed. Where's the... Or is this literally the Indigo? Oh, is this Indigo? How can I tell? Is this just the... Is this what this is? Is it Zavri and Indiegogo? Maybe? Guess maybe it is.
That's actually really cool. I'm going to put that link in the chat for everybody to check out if they haven't already.
It is beyond expensive, obviously. It's absurd, but... And I know, guys, I'm gonna pimp some Star Wars right now. You know what? Let's do a Mandalorian chat for a few seconds. You know what? Yeah, we're doing that. How do I want to get the tab open? Let me...
BJ Tehran, $5. Where are the Discovery toys? I want lower decks. Oh, I can't even share the link because it's longer than the 200 character limit. Shit.
You are right, sir. Where is all that stuff? Indeed. It's as if they're not very good at that sort of stuff.
Sorry, guys. I tried.
And
I
I can use that Chrome, but I can't use this Chrome. Why can't I?
Bye, Jill. So 11 more likes would be awesome. If you haven't hit like yet, please hit like. We have 205 people here. Can we hit 200 likes? I think we can. 11 people have not hit like. Hit the little thumbs up, guys.
Please do. Okay, I have to do it on my second monitor then, because it won't let me do it otherwise.
That's a man cave showpiece. Yes, it is.
But it is just a Firefly though. Like it's.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it? I do definitely want a miniature of it in some way, shape, or form. You know.
Yeah. We have 193 likes. We need 6 more likes now. 6 more likes. Can I get 6 more likes, guys?
Yeah. So Zavi. I've never heard of Zavi, but have you heard of Zavi?
Heard of Zavi.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the Razor Crest. You can see it's extremely detailed. You got all the different figures, all things open, like all the things. Because the ship's so small, the real internal volume is like the real internal volume, because it's like it's a full practical set. It's a very, very small craft. It's pod jumper sized almost.
BJ Tehran, $2. Where are the Discovery toys? I want lower decks. I would love some lower decks figures. I would love some Discovery figures.
Really?
Wouldn't I get a Tilly Discovery or a Tilly figure? A Saru figure would be great. Lorca, I would get that.
Well, they've realized there isn't a market for them. I mean, they even had to cancel the busts they made for Eagle Moss. And Eagle Moss is the only one really selling good stuff. Yeah.
And McFarlane Toys was supposed to have a Michael Burnham figure. And they forgot. They didn't forget. They canceled the second wave because the first wave was Picard and Kirk. Second wave was supposed to be Michael and I believe Spock.
It's just it doesn't garnish us. Remember, if you only get softcore fans that don't spend money on Trek, of course they're not going to buy merchandise. The hardest core fans buy the hardest core merchandise. And so if you only appeal to those fans that aren't as big a fan or don't care as much, then obviously the return is you might get more views, but you get less hardcore, meaning less money. So you fail in the merchandise, which is of the residualness. You know. But anyway, now one thing as part of this miniature was the escape pod for the Razor Crest, which has not been seen in the show yet. So confirmed escape pod. Perhaps it'll be in season 2, I guarantee. But yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Razor Crest. Where? Go Indiegogo that, or the equivalent. But I have to get a Lego one though at some point. Just for the lols.
And Lucas Yang Lark says, does anyone else think that this is the new Kurtzman Trek? That there are 3 Star Trek universes, the Prime timeline, the Kelvin timeline, and Kurtzman Trek. I really think so. Star Trek Discovery is like a dystopia of Star Trek. It's a different universe. Totally agree. I've been calling it the Discoverse for quite a while now.
Since remember our very first series based on the trailer is a Prime, Kelvin, Discovery, Discoveryverse, and we give each element, because like the captain's chair of the Shinjo is just the one from the Kelvin, which is a licensed thing from the JJverse. You can't use it without licensing Paramount because they weren't together. Other things as well. So yeah, it's clearly an alternate universe, but also clearly not. It's frustrating.
Yes.
It's the worst of both worlds.
I just wish they would say it's its own universe, and we'd be like, okay, good job. Really.
It'd be less interesting for sure, but I mean.
Yeah. Beautiful design work to plot out all the functionality of the Razor Crest. Is it totally disassemblable like they did with what the Jawas did? Just take panels off to see through the ship? That'd be kind of funny. Warrender Technical Solutions, thank you, Ian, puts in £2. As Brian said, 200 likes. Thank you. Yes, we just hit 200 likes.
Perfect.
With 195 people here. That is awesome. Yeah.
A nice, happy way to end then.
Yes.
I'll definitely be more in that, I'll be honest. But hey-ho.
Well, yesterday surprised us, so today surprised us also in a different way, but it all equals out, so.
Because we don't try and pad these things. Like, we only debate based on, whatever. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Well.
But yes. I hope everyone has a lovely evening, Rooney.
And a good Thursday. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And you'll see both of us again on Friday.
You will. It'll be fun times, but also tricky, but in a good way. That's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, guys.
Yeah. So until then, he is Captain Foley.
And I am Captain Foley.
And he is Captain Foley.
Say your own name, man. And he is Commander Calkins.
He is Captain Foley. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.